In American media, and especially right-wing media, the term left is heard every 5 minutes. The left this, the left that, the left has conspired to do this and that. You also hear it on the left side, but far less. They don't say the right, they only say the right because the right uses the left so much. But anyway, so it's an important distinction because it's used all the time by every pundit and not so pundit. Um, so perhaps have a closer look at why it's called that way, and you don't even have to look it up. It's right in the word itself. Right is right in has two senses in English. Right, the right hand side, but right the straight way. So it kind of is a built-in suggestion that that is the right way to follow, the conservative way, and that the opposite way, which is left, is deviant. Is and it's reflected even by the way you write. I mean, 80% of the people, 90%, I don't know what the exact percentage is right-handed. So that's the normal thing to do, and the rest is deviance from normalcy. The left is a deviance from normalcy, and that's why it's called left, because the other one is called right. If you put that in a little diagram, you get this. And what I did, I tried to list the bullets, in a few bullets, the characteristics of what is left and what is right, and I came up with this. So left is typically the common good of all groups. I mean, if you got different groups in society, it's just what's best for everybody together. And the right, the equivalent is the in-group first. You got the in-group and the out-group. If you see somebody, is he part of the in-group, or is she or he or she part of the out-group? Entirely different. The second bullet is left is more about empathy and compassion in the way society works, and the right, it's survival of the fittest. They probably think it's the fittest in like the strongest, but in Darwinian sense, it means the best adapted. But it doesn't make for this purpose there's not much difference. So that's the second one. The third one, humanity needs Earth, and the right says Earth serves humanity. It's even God probably that it's given Earth to humanity to use it as its pleasure, like the presidents, like the Socrates talk about the president. And the fourth bullet is rational and balanced for the left. You try to argue about things, think about things, and if somebody says something else, you go into an argument, and perhaps you learn something about it. The right is it's a gut feeling. It's there's no argument. It's what you feel instinctively and also emotionally, inevitably. Then, with regard to resources, the left sees the way to go is to cooperate with other groups in society to maximize the resources. That there is the pizza pie becomes larger to share, whereas the right, it's a competition for resources. It's a zero-sum game. It's about getting the biggest slice of the pizza pie. Then, with regard to laws, the left looks at laws as a framework for stability. That's something, a force for good, whereas the right sees or perceives laws as a limit on freedom. It restrains you. Then the left, when we talk about the opportunity for your in society, has the idea of equality of opportunity, not equality. That's different. That's communism. Yeah. Well, That's a far left. No, equality of opportunity, whereas the right uses things like racism, genderism, and cronyism to determine your your opportunity, and that ties in with that the left believes in meritocracy. It looks at you as a person, a standalone person, what you have as potential inside of you, whereas the right has no problem to see people inherit opportunity. People are born into wealth or born into, and then through relations get certain positions in society through the relations of their heritage. So if you have any more of those bullets, please feel free to leave them in the comments. But now this is the epiphany, I think. Is it really left or right? From left to right, or wait for it, is it this? Put the left on top and the right below. And why not call it differently? Above and below. How about that? Why not the right on above and the left below? Well, because there's evolution and it goes like this. Why is there evolution? Hold on. There we go. So if you look at the characteristics of the right and you look what animals have, the in-group first, it's kin first. So the kinship or in-group. Survival of the fittest, that's literally from the animal kingdom. Instinctive and emotional, competition for resources. Animals don't work together to maximize resources. There are no laws, total freedom. It's the strongest, the right of the strongest. Yeah, you could call that on the below. We'll call them below now. And then there is racism doesn't exist, and cronyism, but genderism definitely exists in the animal kingdom. And inherited opportunity, you perform like your genes, the genes that were given by your parents. That goes. So turns out that the tenets of the right have a lot in common with the tenets of the animal kingdom, whereas the left looks more like it evolved above that, which has a set of tenets which was never existed in the animal kingdom, and you make it more explicit by putting an arrow here. So that's it's an evolution from animals to the right and then to humans. Oh dear. It's an evolution. And then if you restrict yourself to humans, it's an evolution of civilization going from the right to the left, which is now called the below and the above. So the next time I watch Fox, I want to hear the above is at it again with their conspiracies and trying to undermine Trump. The above, but the below won't lie down. So spread the word, spread the news, I'd say, and see you next time.